Hello everyone, my name is Rohit and I'm here to give the presentation on the topic reading comprehension. Coming to its definition, it is the ability to understand information presented in the written form is called reading comprehension. Comprehension is a creative, multifaceted process dependent upon four language skills. They are phonology, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, and reading comprehension levels. Reading comprehension involves two levels of processing. First one, shallow, low level processing, and deep, high level processing. Deep processing involves semantic processing, which happens when we encode the meaning of the word and relate it to the similar words. Shallow processing involves structural and phonemic recognition, recognition, the processing of sentence and the word structure, that is first order logic and their associated sounds. This theory was first identified by Fergus I. M. Craig and Robert S. Lockhart. Comprehension levels are observed through neuroimaging techniques like functional magnetic resonance imaging. That is fMRI. fMRI is used to determine the specific neutral pathways of activation across two conditions: narrative level comprehension and sentence level comprehension. Uh, Images showed that there was less brain region activation during sentence level comprehension, suggesting a shared reliance with the comprehension pathways. The scans also showed enhanced temporal um activation during narrative levels tests test indicating this approach activates situation and spatial processing. In general, neuroimaging studies have found that reading involves three overlapping neural systems: network active in visual, orthography, phonology, angular gyrus, and semantic functions that are anterior temporal lobe with Broca's and Wernicke's areas. However, these neural networks are not discrete, meaning these areas have several other functions as well. And the Broca's area involved in executive pathway functions helps the reader to vary depth of reading comprehension and textual engagement in accordance reading goals. Next, vocabulary. Reading comprehension and vocabulary are inextricably linked together. The ability to decode or identify the pronounced words is self-evidently important, but knowing what the words mean has a major and direct effect on knowing what any specific uh, passage means while skimming a reading material. It has been shown that students with a smaller vocabulary than other students comprehend less of what they read. It has been suggested that to improve comprehension, improving word groups, complex vocabularies such as homonyms or words that have multiple meanings, and those which figurative meanings like idioms, similes, collocations, and metaphors are a good practice. Reading strategies. There are a variety of strategies used to teach reading. Actually, these are key to help with reading comprehension. They vary according to the challenges like new concepts, unfamiliar vocabulary, long and complex sentences, etc. Trying to deal with all of these challenges at the same time may be unrealistic. Then again, these strategies should fit to the ability, amplitude, aptitude, and age level of the learner. Some of these strategies teachers use are reading aloud, group work, and more reading exercises. Text factors. There are factors that one doesn't make it easier for the reader to understand the written text. One is the genre, like folk tales, historical fiction, biographics, and poetry. Biographies and poetry. Each genre has its own characteristics for text structure that once understood help the reader comprehend it. A story is composed of a plot, characters, setting, point of view, and theme. And next are the strategies. First one, making inferences. In everyday terms, we refer to this as reading between the lines. It involves connecting various parts of text that are not directly linked in order to form a sensible conclusion, a form of assumption. The reader speculates what connections lie within the text. Next, second point, planning and monitoring. These strategy centers around the reader's mental awareness and their ability to control their comprehension by way of awareness. Readers use the context clues and other evaluation strategies to clarify text and ideas, and thus monitoring their level of understanding. And coming to third point, asking questions. Uh, to solidify one's understanding of passages of text, readers inquired and developed their own opinion of the author's writing, character motivations, relationships, etc. This strategy involves allowing oneself to be completely objective in order to find various meanings within the text. Next, coming to fourth point, determining the importance. Pinpointing the important ideas and messages within the text. Readers are taught to identify direct and indirect ideas and to summarize the relevance of each. Next, coming to fifth point, visualizing. With this sensory driven strategy, readers form mental and visual images of these contents of text. Being able to connect visually allows for a better understanding with the text through emotional responses. Next, coming to sixth point, synthesizing. This method involves marrying multiple ideas from various texts in order to draw conclusions and make comparisons across different texts. With the reader's goal, begin to understand how they all fit together. Next, coming to seventh point, making connections. is a it is a cognitive approach, also referred to as a reading beyond the lines. It involves finding a personal connection to reading, such as personal experience, previously read texts, etc., to help establish a deeper understanding of the context of the context, or b, thinking about implications that have no immediate connection with the theme of the text. Next, it's over, and thank you.